So we got Luke and Rose. All right, let's see what our missions are. What do we got? What are our options here? Thing from Beyond the Stars is in the Cove, which has a Warrior's Cap. Speaking of which, didn't we get a Warrior's Cap for last mission? We did. Good. And equip all of our trinkets here. Ugh, fortifying garlic is not good. The Occultist Cauldron is also... It's not that the Occultist Cauldron is bad. We'd rather wait for something a little better. So it looks like maybe we're going back to the Warrens. Houndsmaster's Whistle's not terrible. It's not very good, but... All of these suck, actually. Well, let's do the one that's the shortest and the easiest then, and take a bad team and try and just scrape them through. So, Luke, we're going to put you in the 2-hole. Rose, we're going to put you on 3, I guess. I don't even remember what skills you have, and it barely matters. Is that a heal? That's a dodge buff. Huh. Protect me, you can use only 3 times per battle, which is bad. We really got to get an armsman, a man-at-arms in here. Ideally, we'd want like a man-at-arms and a highwayman, but the antiquarian isn't as good as they used to be with that. Flash powder, de-stealths. Is that all it does? Does no damage. It just de-stealths someone. That's terrible. Fortifying Vapors is a ghetto heal, and does give bleed and blight resist. Festering Vapors is a blight. It's just a terrible one. We're only bringing you along for the money. It doesn't matter. This is a sham marriage. We're in it for the money. We don't care. Who knows? Jar Jar, how's your stress doing? Good? Better? Good enough. You're going in. Jar Jar Binks, Luke Skywalker, and Rose Tico. This is the worst cast of any Star... That's what we got to do. We got to make the worst possible Star Wars cast we can make, Chad. Call me crazy, but I'm thinking that honor then maybe is for Snoke. I don't know. Shmi Skywalker also pretty shitty, though. It's like a battle of the crap-offs. I don't know how to feel about pious characters willing to adventure with abominations now. It does give them a lot of stress. Like, when they go into the mission with the abomination, they will take a bunch of stress. I personally think it's a pretty good change because before, you just never bothered with an abomination because you couldn't take them on missions at all. Abominations were pointless. Now they're just kind of mediocre. Before, you just didn't take them because you're like, well, they won't go on a mission with anybody who is pious at all. There's no point in having one on the team. Now there's at least a point to having them on the team. You already don't dodge, so let's give you the bonus damage. Abomination, we're definitely going to give you the padlock of transference. Your speed's pretty good. You know what? Take a survival guide as well. I don't know what we could give you. Bonus crit hardly seems worth it, but you know what? Bonus crit does seem pretty good for you. Any of this stuff useful? We don't want to lower your dodge. You know what? Sure. Take a thing that reduces your overall stress. Maybe just take a speed stone. Don't we have a thing that gives us a bonus to debuff skills? Yeah. It lowers our dodge a lot, though. And we don't want to do that. You still have minus speed. Oh, because of your disease, right? Well, if your speed's already terrible, you don't have a stun. Yeah, this is fine. Even with the stress penalty. It is a big buff. You're right, Chad. I agree that allowing them to adventure with pious characters is a big buff. You're right. It is a big buff, but they needed it because they were terrible. Abominations needed a buff. They weren't good. We got a short mission. Let's grab a couple shovels. We'll take. You know what? Just like give me one of everything is fine. 8 torches, I think, is all we're going to take on a short mission because we've been taking more torches. We haven't even been using them. And all we're in this for is to get Rose and Luke enough experience to get up to Resolve rank 1. To try and make something of themselves. We are forcing them to adventure with Jar Jar Binks. That seems like it's punishment enough.
We must first scout their squalid homes.
Well, go into their squalid home then. Can't scout it if we stay out here. Explore 90% of rooms. So our optimal path is just the snake path. Brilliant start. Luke walks in, runs face first into a saw blade. Seems about right. But I was gonna go to Tossie Station and pick up some power converters, and then I got hit in the face by a saw. Cry me a river, kid. But you'll run face first into a saw. You'll be dead. It was actually one of my favorite Star Wars bits I ever saw. This is old as dirt, chat, so we're going down the nostalgia trail. Very few of you probably remember this, but when Star Wars Galaxies originally came out, they did a bit, there was a bit I saw that ripped off the characters from the cantina where there was the whole, the guy who was like, you'll be dead. It's like, I'll be careful then, you'll be dead. Where they did the whole I'll be careful thing, and excepted they had that cut in. He was like, I'll be careful then. He was like, you'll be PK'd. It was great. This team is not exactly setting the world on fire here. Give me a stun on this pig man. There you go, Jar Jar. Whip him with the chain. So what do we want to have you do? Back to buff self 15 dot. Yes. Get down. Now this butcher's cut will still hit us. Well, damn it. I was hoping it would make that miss. Snoke's getting yacked on. We already got a disease. Bring it on. Now we got the creeping cough. Well, Snoke did have kind of a raspy sounding voice, so that, you know, it's sort of appropriate. Bring on the bleed, Luke. Now that man is dead, though. Finally dodged the hit. You're stunned. You should bleed to death. Yep, he's going to bleed to death with no intervention from us. You know what? You're going to hit Jar Jar Binks in the junk with a hay hook. I'm inclined to let you do that all fucking day. Like, if you want to hit Jar Jar in the nuts with a hay hook, knock yourself out. Just do it until you can't stand to do it anymore. I'm totally okay with it. We didn't need to hit that man, though. He was already dead. Just keep hitting Jar Jar in the dick with a hay hook. Jar Jar now owes Snoke a life debt. That was one question I always had about the whole Boss Nass interaction from Phantom Menace. After Obi-Wan, or after Qui-Gon saved Jar Jar's life, how did he know about the whole life debt thing? How did he know that Jar Jar owed him a life debt? Couldn't he just assume, well, I'm a Jedi, I did a good thing because I'm generally a nice guy and a good person? Why did he have to make Jar Jar his slave? Also, is that the kind of thing Jedi were prone to doing? Because isn't that a bit of a dick move? Be like, yeah, I saved your life, you're my slave now. Seems like kind of a dick move. We got the stun through his stun resist buff.
Press this advantage.
And then Luke beat him to death. Alright, Antiquarian, you have to do all of the things. So, like, open this.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Because we want tons of money. All the curio interactions we can get. Yep, Antiquarian. You know what, Antiquarian? You can read books. You're the one person. Yeah, just get rid of that, though. The Antiquarian is the one person who's allowed to touch books. I mean, the Jedis were kind of dicks going around and removing Force-sensitive kids from their homes. They did kidnap a lot of children, and let's, you know, look at it from a perfectly objective perspective. Not only did they go forcibly remove children from their homes, but they brainwashed them, too. They kidnapped those children for the purposes of brainwashing. You know, throw some holy water on this.
Finding the stuff is only the first test.
Okay, so we're making actually... Yeah, holy shit, minor antiques are 500 now? Yeah, we got to get this gal on more missions then. Because Rose Tico is... Unlike the actual Rose Tico, this one is fucking box office gold. Actual Rose, box office poison. This Rogue's, not so much. I feel sorry for Kelly Marie Tran, though. People ran her off Instagram by being mean to her about how much Rose sucked. You know, she was just an actress hired to do a job. She just read the words that were on the page. She didn't write the movie. Maybe don't blame her. She just, like, maybe wanted to be in a Star Wars movie. Or maybe just wanted to put food in her mouth. Gonna skip this room. I'm just optimizing curio interactions here because we got this antiquarian. Who is now a precise striker. Okay. Having you throw this in a moonshine barrel is actually a bad idea. Let's have Luke Skywalker do that instead. We could have maybe gotten extra 500 gold. 5 Star Wars fans did the same thing to the kid who played Anakin. Yeah, but I think we can all agree that Jake Lloyd was not even half as likable or personable as Kelly Tran. Old journal entry. Yeah, I don't care about the old journal entry. Just give me more of these sweet-ass statues, baby. All day long. This antiquarian is tearing up shop. You guys want to talk about a class that got buffed and maybe got too buffed? Let's talk about the antiquarian. Holy crap. They're amazing.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Why are you bleeding? You know, I don't really care, actually. Again, any fate that Jar Jar suffers is a justified spade. Pete hates sand. Oh, we're late for a giveaway, chat. Let's get out of here. This mission was supremely profitable
twisting tunnels
in every direction. That was a great mission. We made 6,000 gold and did next to nothing. Luke picking up a level. Jar Jar making it to rank 2 and is a clutch hitter now. Luke Skywalker's got a hard noggin. Well, I didn't say that, chat. They did. Rose is unyielding, and Snoke is an idol. Everybody got a positive benefit of some variety. Not that Snoke's was that great. We're also going to have to probably cure Snoke of whatever disease he picked up.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Obi-Wan, what have you got? The rabies, but you're keeping those. Sam Wessel, you only got... God damn it. Snoke, I don't remember what you got. Creeping Cough is terrible. Maybe you'll get lucky and heal both. It's not going to happen, but a man can dream. So we probably have a team that could then take down the Necromancer if we wanted to go take down the Necromancer, or could potentially take down the Hag if we wanted to take down the Hag. Choose me for the next expedition. Han Solo must be bankrupt again, and like Jabba's on his tail. He's coming with the bounty hunters. He's like, no, you should send me on the next mission, Pete. Pete's bad at remembering giveaways. This is true. I am bad at remembering giveaways, but what I can do to make up for that is just do a giveaway. So let's take a look at everybody. Hold on a second while I open and see who is in the viewing here. And we're going to have our spreadsheet open up. It will pick one viewer at random, and that viewer is going to get themselves a copy of Darkest Dungeons, The Color of Madness DLC. Let's see here. Random sub list picker. Chuck, chuck, chuck. And Pete clicks the macro button. And the macro says... Shout Games! Shout Gamers! You have just won a copy of Darkest Dungeons DLC. Thanks very much for coming to hang out in the stream. I will message you with a gift link for the game. And we've got more copies, more keys for the Darkest Dungeon DLC to give away. Get some stabbies in chat for Shout Gamers. Congratulations. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Free copy of DLC is for you. And back to work then. Who do we got in the stagecoach here? Okay, is this Arbalest better than the last? Ugh, no. Minus 10 accuracy while bleeding. Slow draw is actually not that bad for an Arbalest because it gives a chance for somebody else to get out in front of them and mark. I will purchase you. So we have... What is this little thing? Oh, this is just switching outfits. Okay. Star Wars name, chat. We gotta have an arbalist. Let's see. Handy with the blaster. What was the name of, What was the name of the guy from Rogue One who had the really big gun? He's not a... No, I'm not naming him after a droid. BB-8? Okay, sure. I can totally see BB-8 here. Now, what was the name of the Rogue One guy? Donnie Yen's partner? Saw Gerrera? No, it wasn't Saw Gerrera. That was Forrest Whitaker. Kind of does look a little bit like Saw Gerrera, but no, that's not. Baze Malbus? Cheer it in. You guys are... We got too many names here. Actually, we should go with the lady's name, though, because this is a lady. So let's do lady with the big gun. That's actually a much narrower list. Give me a lady with the big gun, chat. Go. Star Wars, lady with the big gun. It's Baze Malbus, literally. I believe you. I was thinking Baze Malbus is a dude, though. Jarrett was the blind guy. No, the blind guy was Donnie Yang. Baze was the big gun. I believe you. We would like a female name here. I'm thinking about, like, somebody who's maybe not that great at their job. Because she is a slow draw. Maybe this is Captain Phasma. You know what? You're right, Chad. It's Captain Phasma. See, PJ's on the ball. It's like he knows me. Okay, let's look at your skills. Sniper shot and sniper's mark are good. Bowl is trash. Blind fire is pretty decent. Really, all we need to do is have you get battlefield bandage and you're set to go. Let's get you on the roster. I wouldn't mind picking up another Vestal.
Bandage and pillage. The dancing steps of war.
Do you have good or bad skills? Hippocratic. That's really good. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and have you be Princess Leia. Is it EIA or IEA? Also, reminder to praise him. Yeah. So Hippocratic is actually one that I will pay money to lock in. Your skills are bad, Leia, but that's okay. We can fix that too.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
So we're taking you straight to the sanitarium, and we're actually going to lock in Hippocratic because it's too... Oh, that is so expensive. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. Wait, what does this mean? What does X mean? X means get rid of. We can voluntarily get rid of Hippocratic? Why would we do that? That makes no sense. I want that, but I can't afford to pay $6 grand to do it. That's too much. Leia, it's just too much money, though. Not all of us were raised in comfort on Alderaan by a rich senator. Some of us work for a living. Phasma, you just need battlefield bandage and you're good to go. Some causative quirks do nothing for some heroes. Like, say, the leper has all positive quirks for range skills. It's useless. Yeah, but a positive skill, they'll just overwrite. I suppose that does let you pick what... That keeps it from overwriting one you actually prefer, I guess. I don't know as I'd pay 6,000 gold for that, though. That seems expensive. Let's take a look at potential crew to go down into... You know what? We need more money. We need money for weapon and armor upgrades so that we can put together a team with all level 2 skills and all level 2 equipment to go into the courtyard. I'm thinking Shmi Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca, but then we need somebody who's versatile enough to hit almost any slot. To hit almost any slot and hit it hard and hit it accurately. Like, you know, Jango Fett would be surprisingly good in that party. It would give us some small degree of Mark synergy. A Plague Doctor would be pretty good, too. Maybe we should just stick with Darth Plagueis. I love them. You know, there's a lot of bleed in that fight, and Battlefield Medicine would be great. I think we just go with the classic party. Plague Doctor, Vestal, Han Solo, and Chewie. Although we could get rid of Han Solo for maybe Aura Singh instead. That might be a little better combo. Let's fix Aura Singh's skills, too, while we're at it. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Because we want to get rid of Breakthrough, which I actually don't like. I prefer... What's the one that heals you? Adrenaline Rush. That's the one we like. I like Bleed Out except for the debuff, but I think we'll hang on to it. And you know what? We'll spend some money to buff that up. It's not that expensive. Makes Aura Singh way more powerful. Mission time. We have all... We did unlock the boss in the Warrens. The Swine Prince, what do you got? The Hero's Ring is very good. Another Hero's Ring for the Necromancer. Well, if we're going to fight one, it should be the Necromancer. Oh, Eternity's Collar is also pretty good. Like, the Eternity's Collar actually got better, I think. Man, I really want that. Bonus Virtue Chance is also huge, though. So do we have a team that would be really good at fighting the Necromancer? We kind of do. We could go... I hate to break up Han and Chewie, because they're like a double act. It's too good. We got to do it. Come take a look at the Color of Madness. Doesn't actually play content from the Color of Madness. I mean, we're working on it, chat. What, do you want me to go to the farmstead and just fight endlessly because I got to kill like 70 monsters that I have no chance against? We don't have a team that's ready to do that yet. We're getting close. We could take Sheev Palpatine, and we could take... We want some good aggregate damage. I'm thinking like Sheev and Chewbacca, and then we couple that with Max Rebo, and then just a power healer of some variety. Like maybe a Shmi Skywalker and a Max Rebo. And that team could probably stay in the farmstead and kill it for a while. We just need to get Max Rebo leveled up. And we need to get enough money to bump up our equipment a little bit, too. So Shmi, we actually need money and we need a level for Max Rebo. So whatever mission we're going on, Max Rebo's got to go. We will not fight a boss then, because we want to take Max Rebo. Man-at-Arms Eye Patch. We haven't had a Man-at-Arms yet. I really like Man-at-Arms. We haven't come across one. Is this our only option? We could do a medium apprentice. Oh, it gives us All Saints Day. I don't really like the Bloodthirst Ring, but I will do this mission. So Max Rebo, you go into 3-hole. I'm actually quite pleased with our new little like Jester build. It's been pretty solid. Who else would we like to see get a little EXP here? Darth Plagueis, we wouldn't mind seeing you get some. You know what? Let's just take Luke Skywalker. Phasma, let's take you. And we need somebody who can ideally heal out of the second slot, or out of the 2-hole, as I like to call it. Let's just take Count Dooku, maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Dooku can do stuff out of the 2-hole. Perfect. Provision, then. Got a medium-linked mission, which means we're going to have to camp. Let's take... Take 20 food. That may be a little over investment. This time we're not going to forget the fucking shovel. Fight a boss or chat riots. We're going to go to the farmstead on our next mission, chat. We'll level up here and then we'll go do some new content. Farmstead it is. Don't need probably... Need 1 key. 1 holy water. Like 12 torches is probably enough. Also, it's about all we can afford. Let's go get some ducats. We need cash. Also, chat, feel free to riot. Pete, what did you have for dinner? Salad, actually. I had a salad for dinner.
There is power in symbols. Collect the scattered scraps of faith.
Okay, so we're looking for 3 holy relics. We found one in our very first room, but we got a lot of stuff in the way. Let's all riot. Hell yeah, chat. Go riot. What kind of salad? Cobb? No, I don't really like Cobb salad. It was just a regular garden salad. Iceberg and romaine lettuce with a little bit of carrot, a little bit of radish, a little bit of onion chopped in there, some Thousand Island dressing, little shredded cheddar cheese, some nice hearty restaurant-style croutons. That's it. Put it in a bowl, toss it up. It'll treat you right.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
I don't like this grave nibble, but I very much like that we dodged it. Stab this man in the face. Or this spider in the face. Do spiders have faces, chat? Let's start a poll. What do you think? Spiders, do they or do they not have faces? I kind of feel like they don't. Like a spider, I don't think they have a face.
Another abomination cleansed.
I don't know what the first segment of a critter like a spider is technically called. I'm sure it has like a official name.
Be gone, fiend.
Iceberg lettuce has exactly one use in food, and that is on burgers. Romaine master race.
Overconfidence is a slow and
I feel that
insidious
Iceberg
killer.
and Romaine have very complementary faces. An evil face. Well, I said spider, chat. Evil goes without saying. A little bit of stashed heirlooms here, a couple busts.
With loot.
This time we brought
Modern
shovels.
supplies.
Take that, dungeon. Pete tosses salad. Yeah, like probably 2 or 3 times a week, actually. I like salad. I don't like many vegetables, but I do like lettuce. Holy relic number 1 down. We're a third of the way finished. This is a big-ass dungeon, though. Medicinal herbs, probably worth it. If nothing else, then we kind of got to clear out a little bit of inventory space here. And you know what? No, we got holy water, though. You got lucky. Also, we forgot trinkets. That's bad. What did we find? Bonus move skill chance for -1 speed. I don't think we have a single move skill. So we'll just give this to our arbalest, who is already slow as dirt. Bonus accuracy for melee skills. Won't hurt to have somebody wear that. Oh, hey! Luke Skywalker still has trinkets because we forgot to take them off. Here, Max Rebo. Wear that. Mostly so we don't have to carry it. We're using you as a pack mule. Sherby and I are not too far away from having everything for salad growing out in our back garden. That's cool. So it's an official garden salad in that it came straight out of a garden. They're going to try and freak out our boy Count Dooku because he already has high stress. We're not going to allow it, though. Everybody hates Dooku so much. All right, Count, heal yourself. In the meantime, well, you can't bleed, though. And our bonus damage won't really help here. Kill this man. Start working on that cultist brawler. Grind some stress off our boy. That's right. Hit the flagellant. That's the man who wants to be hit. Shoot that man in the face. Little tempting goblet. Yeah, keep it coming, Luke Skywalker. He loves to feel bad about himself. He's got a low self-esteem. You can always count on a good heal when he heals himself. Was that a joke, chat? You can always count on a good heal? Get it? Because Count Dooku. So you're dead, then. You know what? Mark this man. And maybe we can kill him by shooting him in the face. Joke's on you. If you pull me to the front, I'm going to hit you with the finale. You fucked, though. You just made Captain Phasma doing more damage in that one shot than she did in all 3 of the movies so far.
Unforeseen.
You have completely screwed the pooch, though, lady, pulling us to the front, because now y'all about to get finale. You brought this on yourself. Get marked. And eat it.
Executed with impunity.
We can't make you bleed, Bone Rabble, but we can still hit you with our hammer. little bit of bump in the night. You know, as far as the dancing party goes, this one actually isn't terrible. We'll take the extra little heal here, and then we'll just have Max Rebo stab this dude in the heart. Problem solved. Party restored to order. So we got an unfortunate shuffle, but then we shuffled ourselves right back into our default order relatively simply. That worked out very nicely. A little bit of hunger. That's fine. We found some extra food in here, so we still got plenty of supplies. Adventure continues. Nobody ever touch a book under any circumstances. Books are the tools of the devil. Who's your favorite Sith Lord? I don't know as I have a favorite. Am I supposed to? You know what? We did get the surprise here, but the fact that those guys are immune to bleed makes our bleed attack relatively undesirable. Instead, let's just try and kill one. We can't bleed any of this shit. Bringing a flagellant to the ruins was a terrible idea. It's just Luke Skywalker needed the EXP. There we go. Got one.
Maintain the offensive.
Captain Phasma taking a little tempting goblet. That's okay. Max Rebo will patch that up. Darth Revan. Is Kylo Ren a Sith? I'm going with Kylo Ren. He's still my favorite Sith. Better than Darth Vader. Darth Vader was not a Sith. Darth Vader was a misguided young man. You know what? He can heal himself, actually. Why don't you mark this other man, and we'll see if maybe we can't pick up another Arbalest one-shot kill. We could uppercut a punk ass, or we could just heal ourselves. All this does is heal 34% of our max HP. So does this, though, and it also does damage. So, uppercut a punk. I mean, it doesn't do very much damage, but it does do damage. Hashtag Kylo not a Sith. Darth Revan is a good answer. Don't give me any of that extended universe BS, chat.
Another one falls.
Okay, let's get rid of some serious stress here. We aren't going to take a Terry penalty as long as these two units are alive, and neither one of these two units... I just had a revelation while I was thinking about that. Neither one of these two units does, like, catastrophic amounts of damage, so we can afford to dither for just a moment. Revan is Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, I'm counting that as expanded universe, because it ain't, you know, a movie. We don't have our stress-eating ability with Luke. Son of a bitch, I was going to have Luke eat the stress off of this guy and then get rid of the stress off of Luke, but I forgot we don't have stress devouring. That totally won't work. We should just kill these men and go, then.
The blood quickens.
The bookshelf only has a 25% roughly chance of having a bad outcome. Stack of books is closer to 44%. Yeah, but you just don't read books.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
That's what Darkest Dungeon wants you to do. They want you to read those books. They're like, oh, it's only 25%. And then, bam, it's a bad thing. Not 25, but 100% of the time. Because that's how it actually works. Anyway, the small revelation I had is that Battlefield Bandage almost undoes the penalty the Flagellant gets for hitting himself with his self-heal. And since it's stackable, it could overcome that. So you could have your Flagellant taking catastrophic damage, but still, you know, coming out okay. Well, you should probably just heal. Our girl here will get him with the blind fire. There we go. Man, Captain Phasma's really proven herself. Who wants a dodge penalty? Well, your dodge is pretty bad, so you do. I need that 25 gold. We do have a holy water. Who has the worst drawback? Slow draw and nervous bleeder, neither one are like game breaking. High Romanian love interest, neither of those is really a problem. Okay, Kleptomaniac sucks. Demonomania we don't care about. Hagiomania we don't care about. Germaphobe, those are kind of shitty, but not terrible. Calm sucks. Alright, Luke. Let's get rid of a negative trait for you, buddy. He is no longer calm. That's good. That's like penalty to damage on the first round. Perfect. If we could have picked one to get rid of, that's actually the one we would have picked. Battlefield Bandage got a nice buff. Does it just heal more now? What other buff did it get? I'm guessing maybe it just heals a little more because the 20% healing received, the stackable healing buff, it always had that. That's not new. It's possible that it may just heal more, which, if that's the case, it did need a little bit of a better heal, yeah. The Arbalest still isn't powerful enough to be like a primary healer, but if you have somebody else who's capable of healing at all. Less restricted with position. And the positions it can use. So we should probably just grind stress here. This is an easy fight. She can heal herself now? I don't know. We'll have to look at that, chat. I didn't notice. If the Arbalest can heal themselves with Battlefield Bandage, then yeah, that's actually a huge buff. That was one of their major problems before, is that they couldn't heal themselves if they got hurt. Everybody hates Count Dooku so much. You just keep trying to bash his skull in. Leave Count Dooku alone. Phasma doesn't really need a mark to kill that skeleton with like 2 hit points. Heal yourself. And then grind some stress off our boy Luke. This time Luke actually got to go to Tashi Station to pick up his power converters. So, you know, he had a pretty good day. He and Biggs got a few drinks after they put the power converters in the trunk of the speeder. They went to the cantina and the, like, angry pig man didn't threaten to kill them. It was just generally a pretty solid day. You don't bash Count Dooku in the head, you're supposed to cut his head off. 31 stress, 30. Count Dooku gets the relief then. A little bit of bump in the night. Just don't critical. Perfect. And there you go. Luke and Biggs had a magical day in Mos Eisley today. Luke, when he got home, wrote about it in his space journal. Also, Aunt Veru and Uncle Owen found the journal and they discovered that Luke maybe has kind of a pretty serious crush on Biggs. And he may run off and join the rebellion as he pursues the love of his life. Do it. These guys are level 0, though. We actually don't have a terrible group for this. Space Journal, which is basically Lab Journal 2.0. There's no AoE on this team. It won't work for real. But if we just focus on... If we just focus exclusively on the Shambler... and then pick up the Clapper Claws at the end, we might be able to do it. Do it anyway. Do it. Reshuffle before the fight, then do it. Do it. We're definitely gonna die, though. Luke has almost nothing that can hit the 4th slot. Except for Reign of Sorrow. That's all he's got. Also, hold on a second. Luke, do you have the Stress Devouring ability? You don't. Let's switch you to Reclaim. We don't really need the straight heal. I'm actually thinking about after the mission. Do we have the okay. We do have Weakening Curse. So let's get rid of Abyssal Artillery and take Weakening Curse and see if maybe we can debuff the Shambler. Take off the Manslayer Ring. It won't really help in this fight. I mean, it gives the only drawback is it gives a dodge penalty to a guy who has no dodge, Chad. There's no reason to take it off. You're right, it's not going to help us, but it's not hurting us either when it's on a Flagellant. He doesn't have any dodge. Max Rebo, what skills might we change on you? We could trade in Slice Off for Harvest. But the Shambler's size 2, so we can always be hitting and bleeding him. And the Shambler isn't immune to bleeds. We actually have a decent shot at making that bastard bleed a little. And I feel like we have enough healing. Fuck it. YOLO swag, chat. We're doing it. YOLO. I forgot to pre-shuffle my party. Doesn't really matter, though. So let's do Weakening Curse on the Shambler. Which did not work. Perfect. Well, start things off with a bleed. Hell yeah, Max Rebo starting it off with a bang, baby. That's my Rebo. Let's go forward 3. Undulating Withdrawal. It's going to make a Clapper Claw. That critical is unfortunate. Stress is also very bad. Back to. Getting Clapper Clawed. Ouch. Okay, 4 damage. The Blight, though, chat. We forgot about the Blight. It's going to fuck us up because we have no way to cure it. We could keep sticking bleeds on the Shambler all day long, but we got nothing to do for this Blight. We should probably heal. No, we should have marked for the Arbalist. That actually would have been way smarter. Reign of Sorrows. Well, we got him bleeding 9 per turn. That's a pretty hardy bleed. Mark him up. Pete forgot to pre-shuffle. I'll bet dollars to donuts. He's also forgotten to, yeah, you're right. I definitely forgot to provision. Ow, fuck, that hurt. We got a lot of Blight on us, too. We're going to need some anti-venom. Okay, you're very hurt. We have 1 anti-venom, though, chat. Well, that's not fatal. That's not fatal yet, but it's getting pretty fucking close. Max Rebo has been sticking the bleeds. You gotta heal Max Rebo. Don't bleed him. Okay. Luke's on death's door, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because now we can uppercut a punk ass. Heals us for 16 and kills a Clapper Claw. That critical was monstrously amazing. Big ol' crit from Phasma! He has fatal bleed damage? Almost. He's almost fatal just from bleed. Getting Clapper Claw. Just don't critical. Okay. Actually, that's, like, real bad, too, because that's gonna, like, almost put you on death's door as well. Gotta heal yourself, bro. Of course it critical, because Count Dooku never lets himself down. More bleed, Max Rebo. He's done it. Max Rebo's going to finale that last Clapper Claw, and that's going to finish him off. Okay, the Shambler is done.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
The shuffle... Oh, God, that is so much fucking stress. Count Dooku is abusive. Seems appropriate.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
We gotta put bleeds on the Shambler because we're good. I mean, you're dead. We gotta finish this dude off. Don't Clapper Claw Count Dooku. God damn it, Dooku's gonna die. Don't go next. Don't go next. Anybody but you. That's it. The Shambler is dead, regardless of what. Fuck!
pursuit of glory and gold.
Son of a bitch. Dooku lost his head again. Oh, man. Alright. Could you fucking drop dead, though?
The space between worlds is no place for mortal men.
Oh, the salt, though. We got a shitbox relic, chat. This relic is fucking terrible. 25% extra HP to eat double the food and take extra stress? That's garbage. There is no way we finish this quest. Yeah, we're done.
Wounds to be tended. Lessons to be learned.
There are no lessons to be learned here. The lesson to be learned is don't fucking fight the Shambler. We already knew that. Means you can't get the relic again? Oh, having it means we can't get that one again. I mean, I suppose you're right. Luke Skywalker is now fragile. That's terrible. Hagiomania we don't care about. God damn it, Dooku, you son of a bitch.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Well, there goes our highest level occultist. This is why you never listen to chat. No replacement occultist. Perfect. You know what? Like, I'm tempted... Yeah, give me experienced recruits.
Word is traveling. Ambition is stirring in distant cities.
And you know what?
We can
Like,
use this.
yeah, upgrade that too. Hashtag Twitch chat lied. When do they not? Chat, you know what I want to see? Hit me with them Fs. Pay your respects, chat. I demand it. Count Dooku succumb to the blight. Alright, this is appropriate. Thank you, chat. Feel that Dooku has been duly honored. He didn't have anything that we were... No, he had no trinkets, so it didn't matter. Well, Luke Skywalker got a level and managed to make it out without actually... I mean, he's like... He has exactly 100 stress, but is not afflicted. Captain Phasma, not so lucky. Max Rebo... Okay, yeah, he's also all fucked up. Captain Phasma, what do? You're obsessed with sainthood. Well, you're also a nervous bleeder is locked in now. Perfect. Well then, you're obsessed with sainthood, like why don't you go pray to a higher power and get rid of that affliction, and in the meantime, Max Rebo, you only go to the brothel, right? Okay. Say hi to Cy Snoodles for me while you're in there. Pete, Cy Snoodles was a singer, not a hooker. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. You don't know what Cy Snoodles did in her off-season. Following Twitch chat's advice, 6 dead is a conservative number. We haven't exactly been having great luck, and I'd like to point out 4 of the 6 that we've lost, we did lose, like, foolishly doing new content for the sake of new content. To the farmstead, I'm not sure we can, like, do it now. We might just be throwing good money after bad.